Greg Tepper with Dave Campbell's Texas Football and TexasFootball.com here for Texas Football Today at the THSCA Coaching School and Convention in Houston. Celebrities all over the place. We got one sitting next to us, the head coach of Weslaco East, Coach Michael Burget. And Coach, you drove, right? You had to drive here.
Correct.
Okay. How far is that drive from Weslaco?
A little bit over 5 hours.
That's not too bad. I don't feel that bad for you.
No, it's a good little drive. We love Houston.
Yeah. That's I imagine that getting up here, let's put it this way. I imagine that once you get here, it's a lot more enjoyable than the drive up here.
Correct.
Yeah, I would say that. What has what's been your overall takeaway so far from coaching school? Here we are in the kind of the second day of it.
Oh, I really enjoy the other coaches. Meeting them and developing a lot of friends.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of friends all over the state of Texas. So we mingle. We go to listen to some great speakers from colleges, and just have a good time right before the pressure starts.
When you get home,
Correct.
it's going to get going. And I think that's very interesting. You mentioned kind of mingling with coaches. That may not be an opportunity you get as often as other coaches, simply because down in the valley you are a little bit let's say secluded down there. What would you say is something that people misunderstand about football in the valley? I feel like people kind of look at that and may not understand what's going on. What's something that you think is a misconception about football in the valley?
Well, a lot of people say that the valley football is a little bit weaker, and I don't believe that. I believe right now that we're closing the gap, and it's a big gap. We don't have the Division I kids down there quite as like the other parts of the state. But I'm going to tell you, our kids work hard. We got kids right now. We got probably about 160 of them out there working in the sun. It's 105 degrees down there, and they're trying to get ready, so they're working hard. But we play great football down there. We played Del Rio in the second round last year, and I think they'll tell you we played great football, and we played them back-to-back years. And we're trying to close that gap. We got knocked out by Steele again last year, and I say again because they're a heck of a program, and we want to be able to get to that level, and we're going to work until we get to that level.
Mm-hmm. Well, and the thing is, for me, when I think of the Valley, you mentioned, they don't have the sometimes they may not have the D1 kids that Metroplex areas may have. But I'll say that I think the depth of coaching in the Valley, every week it seems like you're going up against a really good coach, a really well-coached team. Like, there are no off – we talk about in a tough district there's no off weeks for the teams. I feel like there's no off weeks for you. You've got a game plan against a guy who's going to be a really smart, really, come out with a good game plan every single week.
Well, not only our district. You're talking about Manny Gomez, Dan Gomez, all those great coaches from Harlingen, San Benito. We just got Mike Salinas at Weslaco, the other school in Weslaco. You're talking about great coaches that have had a lot of success. And then I'm dumb enough to go get Sherilyn the first game, McCallum Memorial the second game, Economides the third game. So, and we're a very small 6A, very small, the smallest that probably in the state of Texas. But our kids take that challenge, and we work hard. I know my coaching staff, they work extremely hard. They take a lot of pride in what they do, same as our kids. And, I look forward to playing those coaches year in and year out, win or lose. They're great guys. They're great coaches. And, we're going to have fun when we play.
Let's look ahead to 2017. When you look across your roster, what would you say is going to be the strength of your team, the thing you're really going to hang your hat on in 2017?
Well, I have the big three back on offense. We got almost all our offensive yards back. I got Roy Pedraza back.
He's a stud. Sorry, I don't want to interrupt you, but he's incredible.
Well, he went from 190 to about 205 right now on his weight. He runs a 4.6. He benches 365. He squats over 600. He's a beast to bring down. He's something else. And there's no kid that I've had that can outwork him.
Yep.
He works hard. Then we got J.C. Vargas. He was all-area player. He plays starting free safety, starting receiver, plays quarterback, plays tailback. He had a lot of yards coming back, receiving, throwing, and catching, and rushing, And then we have Big Rich Lefevre back. He's 6'3", 260, our quarterback. Big kid.
No. You misspoke. You said your quarterback was 6'3", 260.
That's correct. Well, on some days he's 265.
It depends on what he has for lunch, right?
Yeah, he's a big kid. He's he's got a good arm. He's got colleges looking at him. And people say we run the ball, and he does run the ball. But we're looking to throw the ball a little bit more. I said that last year, and we didn't throw but about 700 yards. And I take people give me crap every year about it, but you know what? We're going to do what's best for our team. And if we can get 3 to 4 yards and keep the other offense off, we're a pound and ground team. We're going to rush the ball, but this kid, he's going to add something to our offense. And then we got 8 starters back on defense, so we should be able to win a game or 2.
Yeah, I would say so. That's certainly some firepower, and especially when you have that kind of defensive experience, that's going to pay dividends. Texas football today at THSCA coaching convention is brought to you by our friends at Dairy Max. Coach, I want to ask you about nutrition. This is the time of year where the kids are starting to get ramped up, starting to get ready. You're about a month and a half. I don't mean to scare you here. You're about a month and a half out from your first game. What have you been telling your kids over the off season about nutrition, about eating right, and making sure that their bodies are ready?
Well, I got some great strength coaches. We got 5 state championship in powerlifting down there, and they've always told the kids, what to eat right, make sure they stay mostly getting out there in that Texas sun, staying hydrated. So, they do a great job. We preach it all the time, and, knock on wood, nothing's happened since I've been there, the going on 12th year at Weslaco East. So we're going to try to keep that up and make sure we don't practice probably as long as other teams. And, we get out there and we get our stuff done. We do it at a high pace, and we get them out of that sun as soon as possible. So, I think our coaching staff does a real good job on that.
Michael Burget of Weslaco East, we have to ruin our interview now because you have to spin the wheel of questions, and you are contractually obligated to answer whatever. He's eyeing he wants to make sure that there's nothing. We're not going to get you in trouble. I promise this won't get you in trouble. Give that thing a spin. We're gonna see where it's looking. He's still studying it.
I was looking for like Wheel of Fortune. I was looking for the win $1,000. I don't see that.
No, there's no money on here. We'll see, but we'll see what question comes up from Michael Burget of Weslaco East, and it's going to land on. Do you believe in aliens?
Well, my son does. My son's 11 years old. He also believes in zombies.
Okay.
Do I? No, of course not. But
okay.
I guess after a few drinks, I might.
So you growing up, did you was there a movie that scared you, like an alien movie that scared you, or was it, or what were you a big scary movie guy?
Well,
or are you?
I could tell you a story on that, but I'd be a little embarrassed. And
why do you think we have the wheel?
I was little, and my dad took me to Jaws.
Okay.
Now
that's a frightening movie.
Well, at my age back then, yes, and my dad. And when we come home from the movie theater, he knew I was a little bit spooked. I went to bed. He gets on all 4, crawls up by my bed, grabs my foot, and starts tugging on it.
No.
I went a little bit crazy.
That's tough love.
You know what? But my dad, I try to live my life through him. He's a great guy. I try to, be the son he's always wanted. So,
so if he's got to scare the ever-loving heck out of you once or twice.
I still haven't got him back for that
yet. He's coming for you. Michael Burget, Weslaco East coach, appreciate your time.
Thank you very much. And thanks, Dave Campbell. We appreciate everything you guys do.